All right, guys, we are back. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon. As always, it is so great to see you. Now, as many of you know, 3 weeks ago, I was out in Flagstaff, Arizona at the Overland West expo. And I have to say, guys, this was a lot of fun. Now, to put things in context here, it's been 26 years. I've been going to a variety of different expos, from SEMA out in Vegas, Corvettes of Carlisle out in Pennsylvania, which up until this point, Corvettes of Carlisle, which was very specific to, obviously, Corvettes, was the largest outdoor expo I've ever been to. And then, of course, with the photography side, you had Photo Plus up in New York, WPPI in Vegas, and these were all really great shows. But they really fell short of what the experience was at Overland West. I mean, this was really a fantastic expo. Now, Overland West was at the Flagstaff Fairgrounds, or I'm pretty sure it was the Fairgrounds. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me down below. And they have 3 of these expos annually each year. Well, now there's 3 because this year they added one up in Colorado, which is Overland West, or Mountain West, and then they have East, which is actually happening this weekend. But it's roughly about an 8-hour drive for me to get out there, and I brought the Turtleback out with me. That was a fun drive. Made actually great timing because no traffic for once. I left 4 a.m. in the morning. Actually, okay, I gotta level with you. The night before, as I'm getting ready to head out there, my goal was to leave by 4 a.m. in the morning. Did that happen? No. Why did that not happen, Alex? Well, I'll tell you why. That evening, as I'm getting ready to head out to Flagstaff, I didn't feel like cooking. My wife didn't feel like cooking, so I decided, okay, hey, I'll go pick up sushi.
Stop it. Get some help.
We pick up sushi. The fact that I'm making a story of this here has got to give you some indication as far as something did not flow right. No pun intended. Anyways, I'm up all night, and it's just not setting well. And so I woke up at 4, as I intended to. I waited till 5:30 to just give a little bit more time at home where it was safe. And I'm not going to get any graphic details, but use your imagination on this. It wasn't a good thing. So anyway, and with these sort of things, it's the last thing you want to happen when you have an 8-hour drive in front of you. Not a good recipe.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
But anyway, so the drive out there happened without no further incidents. Now, I will say this was the first kind of full distance drive towing the Turtleback with that new iDrive throttle response system that I installed in here last month. Hands down, guys, what a difference maker this thing is. Prior to this, I think I shared with you guys, I felt comfortable towing the Turtleback between 70 and 75 because the Jeep just feels so underpowered, and when you're on the freeway and you have that soft throttle, the response from the throttle, it just doesn't feel comfortable on the road. Not at least for me. With this here, I was averaging between 80, 85. I mean, I was going 65. I was going the speed limit. I made good time out there, and the truck felt really planted to the ground. So I get out to the convention. And this was Thursday, so there's already a line to get into this place. I had media passes, so I was able to kind of circumvent that line. So I will say this, if you plan to go, which I highly recommend, if you can do any expos next year, an Overland West or an Overland expo has got to be one of them, because that was so much fun. Again, I've been doing these expos or trade shows for 26 years. I've never once made a video. That's testament to how much fun and how awesome this show was. And it wasn't just the people, although the people were just phenomenal here. It wasn't the vendors, it wasn't the venue, it was the overall community, which I guess kind of meshes on top of the people there. I mean, it was such a great show, and I'll share with you a incident, what I'm referring to here in a moment. But anyway, so I get into camp, and I was staying with the Turtleback group. They had a Turtleback, what they called herd, and so there's probably about 30 or 40 Turtleback trailers there, from the getaways to the expeditions. In their booth, they had the new one, which was pretty stinking cool, the Adventurer. And so this was so much fun. So at the Turtleback herd, they had a big bonfire in the center, and this is the community part that I was talking about. That was the spark for me that really stood out with this. Everybody, you didn't know who the hell they were. People were coming up offering help. I have this GMRS radio that I had installed in here, and the wires were partially ran down. I had people coming up with tools and, you know, getting underneath the hood, soldering wires for me. I didn't know who these people were, and they didn't know who I was. But that's just the go show. And it wasn't just an isolated incident here. I could walk around, and I was seeing many people helping one another out. You know, taking a look at each other's rigs and their camping setups. It was so much fun. So, anyways, getting into the expo itself. Now, where the camping was, there was probably 10 to 15,000 campers out there. It was nuts. I mean, I may be wrong, but there was a ton of campers there. You from the point where our camp was to where the expo was, on a bike ride, geez, it took me 5-7 minutes. And along the way, there's tents, people camping all over the place, trailers, fifth wheels. There's so much. It was absolutely nuts. And so you get into the expo, it is massive. The first day I parked my bike, I brought my mountain bike with me. I parked it in the Turtleback booth, or actually I put it on their Adventurer, so it looked actually part of their like one of their props. And I went walking around. About midday, man, my feet were killing me. They were killing me. And so I ended up, I first tried to get into the booth to grab some grub, and the lines were horrible. So if you get there, plan to bring a lunch, or be one of the first in line for the food trucks that they have there, which there were quite a handful, and they had beer and all that other fun stuff. I didn't went into the line. I went back to camp, ate there, and then on the way, and that night or that afternoon, I just rode the bike around. I was able to cover a lot more ground and see a lot more of the just amazing vendors. There were some pretty cool, innovating products that were being shown off there. So a ton of really cool trailers, camping accessories. It was awesome. Then Saturday night, there's probably 40, 60 people around the Turtleback herd. They had this big bonfire. Well, it wasn't really a bonfire. It was like a propane fire pit. So there's 5 of them, and everybody's kind of huddling around it. And they did a huge giveaway. There was like 12 prizes that they gave away. It was a raffle. It was actually a lot of fun. The winner won a Snowmaster dual zone refrigerator. Bam! That was awesome. But a lot of cool gifts, a lot of cool fun. Met a lot of really awesome people, friendly people out there. A lot of these other expos I've gone to, it's people don't interact, they don't engage. They're not as, I don't want to say as friendly, but they just don't. You don't get that sense of community. That's the part I'm going to circle back around here. What made this so unique is everybody, there was such a large community. People that you had no idea were engaging with you, were helping you. It was a phenomenal show itself. All right, before I go ending up this video and getting into the ride home, let me share with you a little bit about the actual setup of my Turtleback Expedition trailer at the show, because there's a couple things that were really new, and one thing that I finally got to break out and use a lot more. Now, one of the things that you're going to see here is, look at this. My Rhino Rack Batwing, I finally picked up the walls, and this thing was an absolute, this is one of the best investments that I've made for my Turtleback Expedition trailer, hands down. Now, the evenings got a little chilly. I mean, it wasn't really cold, but it got down into the high 40s. So here's the magic with this whole setup here. Okay, I have this new propane fire pit here, and I got to break out my MC Overland Ranch fire reflector. Now, this thing was badass here, because what happened here is with the awning of
the tent, as you can see, here I am working right here. It's about 52 degrees out when I started. And as you can see right behind me, I have big gaping holes on this side. And in a minute, you'll see on the other side as I'm making some coffee, that's wide open as well. And with the MC Ranch Overland fire reflector bouncing that heat back into my awning or my little area there, the temperatures within 15 minutes, it was over 64 degrees. So I jumped well over about 10 degrees. It was very comfortable in there. I was super impressed. Now, on the topic of the Batwing, these walls here, hands down, super awesome. They go up pretty quick. They fold up pretty small as well. So if you don't have walls for your awning, I would definitely highly recommend. And also, with regards to the fire pit that you saw me working on or had there a moment ago, for me, camping is all about having a campfire. And I was very reluctant about picking up one of these fire pits for a while because I didn't see it as really true camping. But with all the fire restrictions, fire bans going on, I decided to pick one up. I want to say that was like $138 on Amazon. You pick up one of those suckers, get yourself one of those fire reflectors that you see right here from MC Overland Ranch. Wow, huge difference. If you plan to do any cold weather camping, that is a phenomenal setup right there.
And then on the way back, wow. So I decided to leave. No, excuse me. So I'm sorry, I screwed up my dates here. So the bonfire with the huge giveaway was on Friday night. Saturday, because Saturday I heard that there was going to be a lightning showers and storm. Sunday, all through the day, it's supposed to be raining till Wednesday. I decided, seeing that I had an 8-hour drive, I didn't want to be packing up camp in some thunder showers and dumping rain, and that just would have made a mess. And then when I got home, I would need to open up the tent and let it dry out, and I don't have the space to do that. So after the show on Friday, or excuse me, on Saturday, geez, if I can get these dates right, 4:30, I packed up camp and I got on the road for an 8-hour, or let's see, so I got home at 12:30. So yeah, that's yeah, it was a long ass drive. On the way home, I have to say, this is testament to why you need to drink lots of water. I'm throwing myself underneath the bus here because during the day on Saturday, I was such in a rush to getting around and seeing as much as I could, I didn't drink enough water. And then when I went to pack up camp, what am I drinking? A Red Bull. Why? Because hey, I need my wings. And about 3 hours into the drive on the way home, guys, I had the worst cramps in my legs I've ever had in my life. I mean, my legs looked deformed. That's how bad the cramps were. I get out of my vehicle and I cannot walk. I'm literally like hunched over, and this woman goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." She's like, "You don't look okay." I'm like, and you know, again, nice woman. They were coming from the expo as well. She's like, "You want me to go inside get you a Gatorade?" Again, who does that for a stranger these days? Very few. But they came from the expo, and you know, so there's just that connection that I see there. But I got home at 12:30, and the following week, or last week, which I meant to put this video out sooner, but we went up to Santa Barbara, to Lake Kuchima, I can never pronounce it right. We did a family trip up there, and so this is really my first opportunity to get in front of you, to share with you my enthusiasm for Overland West. So that's it, guys. You know, when you go to Expo, you know, you're always looking for those, you know, that social proof, or you know, the tip that it was a good show, worth your time, worth the expense of getting out. This show, phenomenal, hands down, highly recommend. A lot of cool vendors, a lot of fun, and the weather was incredible. During the day, it got into the high 70s. In the evenings in Flagstaff, it was high 50s. It was perfect. All right, guys, well, that's it for me here today. I wanted to share this little story of Overland West. It's that time of the video where I'm going to ask you to do all that YouTube stuff. So, you found some value. If I helped you make a good decision, a possible decision on which expo that you're going to travel to for 2022, do me a favor. Hit that big like button down below if you're currently not subscribed to the channel. Hit the subscribe button, and while you're at it, kick that bell, so therefore you're notified each time that we come out with a new video. Friend, I'm going to be pulling my garage here soon, so you get out there, stay healthy, and find your adventure.